So I'm just going to be doing a little demonstration of how to prime a pump. This is a little pressure pump. These sort of pumps are easily available from most hardware stores. And the important thing is just to understand that they must be primed if you're going to avoid damaging them. So what I'm going to be demonstrating here as well is I'm going to be pumping water out of a tank. Now, this might not be the typical use for a pressure pump like this. Typically, you would mount it and drawing water out of the bottom of a JoJo tank or out of a water supply. Because we've got a sieve on the end of this pipe, the inlet pipe, it will help to minimize any debris coming into the pump. So this is just to show the non-return valve at the end of this pipe. Just below that is a sieve to ensure that leaves and stones and debris aren't sucked into the pipe. So that's going to be going and dropped straight into the water. As long as it's just under the water, then it's good to go. So let's have a quick look at the pump. This section is the controller. You've got the motor here. It's an electric motor. You obviously can get pumps that have got petrol motors as well. This is the pump housing or the pump casing. This is where the water will be coming out. So it's typically your discharge area. And this is the inlet pipe is what needs to be filled with water. So that's what I'm going to try and show today. And this pump housing or pump casing also needs to be filled with water. So let's get started. First of all, with this is your priming plug. So I'm going to remove that priming plug, and there is the priming hole. So let's put that down. Got a non-return valve connected to the pump here. So any water that goes in should not flow back into this pipe over here. So you can do this with a funnel, or in this instance, I'm just going to use a watering can to just ensure we introduce a little bit of water into that pump casing, and now I can see that it is filled up nicely. So I can now replace my priming plug. So I'll just use the spanner to ensure that that's nicely tightened up. Now we want to try and ensure the pipe is full of water. So I'll speed up the section of the video. So pipe. This pipe is only about 4 meters long. That effectively opened a valve here, and the water is going in. I need to shake the pipe a little bit every now and then just to get the air out. Great, so that pipe is now full. I've closed here. And the reason we're doing all of this as part of the priming process is that you don't want the impeller, which sits inside this housing, and the impeller spins at a very rapid rate. If there's air in the system and that impeller is just spinning against air, it'll overheat and it'll damage all the seals in your pump. And here I've also fitted a valve. I'm going to start this pump just with the valve slightly open. Although I filled the pipe, there may be a few little bubbles of air either in there or still in here. But the pump can deal with that as long as most of it, what it's dealing with, is water. So I'll open this slightly, and then you'll see once I plug it in, the pump will kick on. Once the air is out and we can see it starts to be able to build pressure quite easily, then you can run it. And as I plug it in, you'll see that it should start to send some water out of the discharge valve. Immediately building pressure, and that looks good. So I don't have to open that all the way up. I can open it if I want to. I also shut it off altogether because this is a pressure pump. It will build pressure, and the controller mechanism at the top there will automatically switch the pump off. And it's going to hold that pressure till the pressure drops, then it will automatically kick in. So pressure will drop if I open here. So that's it. I hope that's been helpful.